Hello, welcome back to the Gloomhaven RPG Old School. I am Isaac Childres, designer of Gloomhaven and Gloomhaven RPG, amongst other games, and I'm here playing the Gloomhaven role-playing game with my old D&D crew from high school, and Alice from Rage Badger Gaming, who I didn't know in high school, but I'm sure would have liked. Anyway, so let's go around the table and introduce each other, or introduce yourselves, I guess. So I'm going to be the GM for this session, and why don't we start with John?
Hello, everybody. John Arana here. Just a nerdy guy that's playing this game for the first time. So, thank you for having me.
And what is your character?
Oh yes, I will be playing Narvis, the Soothsinger, and I'm just a lowly verbaling trying to make it big in the rock stardom circles of Gloomhaven.
All right, Alice.
I'm Alice. I'm the creator of Rage Badger Gaming, and I'm going to be playing Amathea, the Orchid Scoundrel, and she's trying to find her purpose in life away from her homeland, and has somehow ended up working with a vermling who wants to start his own rock band. So, very, very looking forward to seeing that play out.
I'm Adrian, and I'm playing Llewellyn, the human doomstalker. Llewellyn is unlucky in life, maybe unlucky in love. And he is mostly trying to escape the confines of his own awful circumstances, whereby the people close to him and around him constantly seem to have very bad things happen to him. And in the meantime, for a little bit of coin, he's joined up with this aspiring band as their percussionist and occasional singer.
Awesome. So we're just going to jump right into it. If you missed last session, we basically just went through the character creation part of the game, and a little bit of session 0, where we talked about our characters and kind of set up the campaign in general. So yeah, you got an introduction to the characters, and our group is currently in the town of Wayward, which is kind of the stopping points along the routes to and from Gloomhaven to some of the bigger human cities in the west. They're caravan guards, and they're just kind of hanging around at the Budget Inn in Wayward, looking for their next job, and of course playing music on the side, because they are all part of a jam band that some are more serious about than others.
What are we gonna make it, guys?
All right.
I am serious. I'm seriously worried about what's going to happen to us.
So yeah, we are in the Signpost Inn on the west side of Wayward. You are just kind of hanging out in a corner, playing. So I believe Narvis is on the power lute. Llewellyn is doing maybe a bit of percussion and also singing, or probably more accurately described as whining. But supplying some
I like to
lyrics.
think of it as wailing, but sure, if you want to go there.
Wailing. Yeah.
Wailing works.
And then Amathea in the back, possibly just trying to stay out of sight and not really get noticed, but she is playing on some of her crystal instruments, just kind of making some, I don't know, vibrational
and sunshine stuff.
In the inn is the proprietor of the inn. It's a larger Valrath gentleman by the name of Gus, and he is behind the counter. He's jamming to your music. He's nodding his head. He's into it. But then we also have two other patrons, just kind of down on their luck mercenaries who can't afford to stay at the fancier inn in the center of town. They seem less enthused about your music, but not outwardly hostile. They're just kind of considering going back up to the rooms for the
Savages with an unsophisticated ears, would I say?
So yeah, tell me about.
How I stood my toe.
So tell me about what music you're playing right now.
Oh, Adrian, are you singing?
Yeah, I don't know that we're drawing a great crowd right now, though, with what I've got going on. It seems it's probably like into the more like depressive emo side of metal than anything else right now. And then my mom, she tried to tell me that things weren't going so great, and so I said, I'm real sorry. But when I said I was sorry, I accidentally knocked over the soup and I spilled it in her lap.
And that's when like the guitar comes in, my power lead. I just go, your soup spilled out.
Trying out some crystal chimes. They're just not actually working with this vibe. Sounds a little bit too Christmassy. It's just kind of clashing it with it. But
there you go. This song's got layers, okay? We're gonna make
it's intricate.
Yeah, so why don't John, why don't you make a influence check to just see how well you can get some of the other patrons to vibe with this music as the leader of the band.
Cool.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna look at your influence score, which I believe is 3.
3, yes.
And then if you want, you can contribute one of your background cards to this check. Not saying you need to or anything, but if you want like an additional bonus, you can spend one of your background cards to get an additional bonus. And then since you're all playing as a group, any of your other party members can aid in this check as well by contributing one of their background cards in the same way. And then once you've decided on whether you're going to be contributing any background cards, you'll flip over a modifier card and then just kind of add all those numbers together to reach the final score.
Yeah, I wanted to start big, so I'm going to start with playing my jam band card.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And in character wise, I like the song ends and we go to play like one of our hits kind of thing, in my mind. And so I just like go up to the mic or whatever, and then they say like, this song is about my home. And I just start off with give me blood, give me fire, give me everything that's dire. And I just start ripping into my guitar solo, while the rest of the band just kind of comes in behind me, kind of thing. I'm gonna play jam band.
Sounds epic. So the text on jam band says that you can gain a +3 on your check, but only if the other two band members are also aiding the check. So they'll need to each spend one of their own background cards to contribute. They've got to put some effort into it in order for the fire to really come out, right?
Okay.
So just anyone, or just one we want to contribute?
Whichever one you want to contribute. But yeah, each character is limited to using one background card per check.
Cool. So I guess y'all gotta pick something. Sorry, I didn't know I was gonna make you guys.
No, it's good. This is useful. I can't use employed aid. I'll just use tragic backstory. I'm I'm really leaning in. I'm like not feeling this vibe at all. I'm like, this is not great. This isn't gonna go well. I'm looking around at like creaky rafters and expecting a staircase to fall out at any time, or
Starts crying.
our amps to just suddenly short out. But then I hear this inspirational shredding from Narvis, and I'm like, I can do this. But I just like get louder as I'm like hammering that beat. And then Dad, man, you should have seen when he got his leg knocked off, and it was the worst thing I'd ever seen. And then Sally, and then Peter, and then
Nice.
And then Amathea has realized that she needs to change what she's performing a bit. Also, kind of like what's to perhaps contribute without being associated with the other two. Kind of steps back into the shadows. She's going to use, what was it? Born at Midnight, which just adds a +1, that's all. But Dark, which is what she's going to try to hide in the shadows, but still, she still wants to contribute the music, but maybe not be so visibly seen by everyone.
All right. So yeah, that's gonna add a +7 to this check. Though
Guys.
Llewellyn is going to add a curse to another character's deck in the process.
Of course. Of course.
well,
I would say since it's since it's Narvis's check, I feel like that curse would probably go to him.
I feel like the process of doing this, I'm like getting all tangled up in all the cords and wires that are around him, and this could end disastrously.
Pick up the tempo, man. Pick it up.
All right. So yeah, you're at a 10 right now with your 3 + 7 from additional bonuses, and so now you can reveal a modifier card.
All right, and then I just go to the draw attack modifier for that.
Yeah.
All right, here goes. Boop.
All right. So that is a 4. So whenever you're doing attribute checks, you're looking at the smaller number in the lower right corner in the yellow hex, and then the other number is for when you're actually attacking. So yeah, you're going to add 4 to the 10 you already have, so that's going to be 14. That is an epic result. I believe that's like categorized as like very succeeding at like very difficult challenges. Typically,
Nice.
like we're looking at numbers like in the, I don't know, like 4 to 6 range as something. It's typically
We wrecked
capable of-
that.
But yeah,
Whoa.
you absolutely wrecked it. So like you brought the band together. Llewellyn is just like super getting into it and just passionately belting out his lyrics while you just jam on your lute. Just
Power loop.
yeah, it's just an amazing show to behold. And yeah, these patrons who are just not feeling it before, like you hooked them, you got them into it. They're hanging on your every word, just rocking out to the power ballad, and you're feeling pretty good about yourself.
Oh yeah.
Finish the song, and I'm gonna yell, "We are the Tritones, thank you!"
And I just yell out like this verbling screech, like
Yeah.
They both stand up and just applaud with just big grins on their faces, and they are very keen on buying your next round.
free booze, you guys.
Hey, free
We did
booze. It's absolutely worth it, guys.
Why don't we play like that more often, guys?
We just need to bring that same level every time. Come on, you can do it.
Okay, I'll try.
And Gus sitting there in the back, just smiling. He knew you had it in you.
Mm-hmm.
How nice of him.
All right, so yeah, you're just kind of hanging out with the patrons. They've kind of buy you some alcohol, and just kind of currently just laying it on the praise, just talking about how awesome that was, and yeah, it's kind of encouraging you to maybe start another set. When another man walks in the front door, this is a human, just, probably in his 30s. He is wearing a rather garish outfit. Let's see. Where did I break this down? Oh, here we are. He's got a crisp blue jacket with lots of buttons, and white pants and black leather riding boots. The pants look pristine, like no mud on them at all. He's got a sword and a dagger kind of on his belt, but they also look pristine and unused. He's got kind of a bit of a foppish hat. It's got like a big feather coming out the top of it. And he just kind of just looks like a caricature of a nobleman with just too much money to spend. And he sort of looks around the bar and just kind of proclaims to whoever will listen to him, I am in need of mercenaries. Would anybody interested in helping a poor, down on his luck individual get back to Gloomhaven?
Is there any way to see any like symbols? Is he wearing anything identifying him to some organization? Is this something I can notice?
Sure, yeah. If you want to kind of scan for sort of maybe small details on his person, you can
Sure.
Do a focus check.
All right, focus. I'm not going to burn anything on this, I think. We'll just draw it raw at +2.
All right.
+3, which I think is 5.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a somewhat small detail, but still fairly easily noticeable for anybody paying attention. Is he's got like a little pin on his lapel that is kind of a symbol of a coin with kind of a scale on it, like a weighing scale, which you recognize is fairly easily recognizable as a symbol for the Merchants Guild.
I'm just going to lean forward as we're like in between the sets saying, this guy's loaded. Just a heads up.
Yeah, I want to say that maybe I was talking, like, I'm still kind of in the afterglow of that awesome performance.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
Those guys totally want to be our roadies. Yeah.
and and then she says that, and like my Berlin ears like perk up and say,
I feel like my ears are still ringing, and I'm like, did that guy say he needed musicians?
Yes, musicians.
Llewellyn, can you make a knowledge check?
And I will just leave it as is. Ooh, 2 + 5, 7.
All right, so you recall in your not too distant past, he looks familiar. This is someone you've run into in the past. You can't quite remember his name, but you remember that he employed your mother back in Gloomhaven for a time to do various odd jobs. And you remember that he treated her very well, and it ended up being like a pretty lucrative arrangement for your family. And so, look on him with some amount of fondness.
Okay.
I want to say that as soon as Amethea mentioned that this guy's loaded, my immediate thoughts went straight to like, we need more band equipment, and it's going to cost us some money, so we could use the funds right now. And like you could tell that like Narvis is like super all about the band kind of thing. Like he calls the place that we stay at or the studio. It's not the house. It's not we're crash. We're staying at that's our studio, bro. So yeah, with like as soon as Amethea mentions the money part, I perk up and I'll start walking towards the gentle sir over here, and I'll kind of volunteer this kind of thing, being a little bit unfocused. And so yeah, I'll say,
Excuse me, sir. You looking for some mercenaries? We may be your team, and we're musicians to boot. So there's a little bit of extra charge because of that.
Oh, yes. That is wonderful, little Vermling. So happy to meet you. Is it the five of you or the three? Who am I dealing with here?
Yeah, I'll just say like you're dealing with the what do we call ourselves?
We're the tritones, baby.
Yeah, the tritones. You're dealing with the tritones, baby. That's how I say it. And the tritones is us. So
So that would be
so
the
What are
three
you
then.
paying?
what's that?
I assume there are three of you then, if you are the tritones, right? That's how that works.
I bring up my claw and start counting. Can't start counting.
Yeah, that's us.
Wonderful, wonderful little Vermling. I have I have a single wagon, sorry, that I need to get back to Gloomhaven. With all haste. It says some very important things in it, and I've been tasked with getting it to Gloomhaven, and I could really use some help in that regard.
Yeah, I'll say
Yeah, if the price is right, what are you paying?
Oh, sure. I mean, what's the going rate for mercenaries these days? Let's say, I don't know, would a 5 gold each suffice? I will state very, without any need for a check. That is extremely low. You
I was gonna say,
typically get somewhere between like 30 to 50 gold each as a payment for making the trip from Wayward to Gloomhaven or vice versa.
I feel like I'm lurking behind Narvis here, trying to hide, but I'm like probably twice as big as him, so it doesn't really hide much. And I kind of stumble like very clumsily on one of the chairs nearby as I'm sort of like looking out. Oh, hi, sorry. Would this person recognize me? Like, or has it been like a really long time and I've grown a lot since then?
I will. Let's see. I'll make a check for it. Let's see if you see. As far as you can tell, he doesn't give any signs of recognizing you.
Okay. Well, I will just simply be like, I'm kind of talking to him. I'm really talking actually to Narvis, but I'm kind of while I'm looking at the merchant, saying, you know, I kind of recognize this guy. I think he's done some work in Gloomhaven before. He employed some of my family.
So,
And it's not quiet. I mean, if he hears me, he hears me. It's not. I'm not like trying to be.
yeah, I make it
subtle about
obvious too. You know, I do the thing where like I shush him and then like I listen to Adrian's character here, and it's like,
Yes, okay.
Oh, yes, I apologize. I did not introduce myself very well today. My name is Derek Windmere, and yes, I do quite a bit of dealing in Gloomhaven. My family is very influential there, and I try to help out wherever I can in that regard. Um, for instance, I'm trying to get this wagon to Gloomhaven right now, is what I am tasked with, and that is what I will accomplish.
So I want to try to convince him to kind of pay us a premium for this.
Sure.
And so, yeah, I'm just going to start kind of talking us up kind of thing. I was like,
Well, we're premium mercenaries and musicians too. If you want to hire us, it's going to cost you 55 gold pieces each.
Oh my.
And that's a bargain, let me tell you, that's a bargain.
Well, let me think about that for 1 second. You want to do an influence check to see how well you can convince him?
sure.
So influential.
So I have 3 influence, and I'm probably not going to use a background card for this one. So that just straight.
It is the payment for the job, so it might be an important check.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point. Can I feel like I want to do weird trick. And just be like, can other mercenaries do this? And just like start like shredding on my guitar.
Awesome.
And like I'll do the thing where like you kick while playing the guitar and hop at the same time. And play the guitar behind my back, my power lute, I should say.
Can you do this? How can I do this? How can you do that?
And just to kind of hype us up a little bit, maybe.
Sure. So yeah, weird trick is it gives you a bonus equal to your finesse divided by 2 and rounded up. So your finesse is 3, so that would be a +2 on the check.
Yeah.
Would anybody else like to contribute?
I think Amathea just wants to step forward and ask, what are you moving?
With me doing tricks in the background while you guys talk about it.
Yeah. It's a very chaotic
sure.
scene.
Yeah. In the wagon is just a single large object. I can't really get into the details. I would prefer to keep those to myself, but it is very important, and very important that I get it to Gloomhaven.
As Narvis was saying, there is a surcharge. If you want to employ us for our secrecy, we don't need to know what's being moved.
That's great. I mean, it's not so much secrecy. I mean, you can talk about it as much as you want. It's just that I, myself might not know exactly what I'm carrying. And so, there's it is what
See,
it is.
you wouldn't mind if we checked it out, just to make sure.
I would definitely mind.
We want to make sure.
I've been charged with not checking it out. I am just the person who moves it from one location to the other, and I don't check it out.
That's fair. So I feel the secrecy surcharge that Narvis was talking about and our wonderful performance says that is a fitting charge. Is it not, Narvis?
I want to say that I just finished doing my solo from like on top of one of the tables, and I just like yell out at one of my vermling screeches like,
Yeah. That.
So I was just like,
Oh yeah, the charge. Yes.
All right. Are we ready to make the check?
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
Just draw another modifier card.
Yep. So you've got a 5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, that's good.
All right. So yeah, you've flipped to 5. So that is going to add to your other 5 to make it 10. You are very convincing. And he is
I know.
very much a pushover. And so it's like, oh, well, yes, that makes sense. And I am very impressed by your music abilities. I think you and I will get along very well. I will be happy to listen to your feats of musical strength on our journey. I'm very much looking forward to it. And sure, if you think that 55 gold per person is a reasonable amount, then that sounds reasonable to me. I don't know anything about money. Or he doesn't say that, but
Yeah.
he seems like a person who, like doesn't deal much with like small sums of money and doesn't really know what he's doing.
That's awesome. Yeah. Narvis does not pick up on that. He's just like oblivious to like anything else other than the fact that he just got 55 per head for our ticket price.
Yeah, which is
Okay.
very good in the industry.
Yeah.
But we're worth it.
You got a deal, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I'm so pleased.
I give him a sticker with like the band logo and name on it.
Here, spread these out.
Free merch.
He accepts your sticker and looks at it and smiles. Then kind of looks down at his outfit. He's like, "Well, I don't think it really fits the ensemble, but I will cherish it. I will keep it with me always. Thank you."
Yeah.
So yes, wonderful. I was in a bind there, and I am very happy that you have decided to help me out. I will also be staying at this inn, unfortunately. But I think we can all meet down here tomorrow. Let's say, I don't know, what time do you usually get up?
2 p.m. I like to
Wow.
party hard.
That sounds very late. I'm thinking more like sometime in the morning, maybe 9 o'clock, and we can get out of town, right? Because we got to make this trip quickly.
Sure.
I guess I better finish my drinking now.
And like picks up 2 random cups and just like starts chugging them.
All right. Yes. So I will wake up a little earlier than that and go make some preparations with the wagon, and then come back here to fetch you, and then we'll be on our way. Does that sound like a plan?
Of course.
Just be like, I guess so. Narvis, are you sure this is a good idea? Our last one didn't go so great.
Of course, this is a good idea. All my ideas are good ideas. We got this. You just gotta believe.
Oh, I believe something awful is gonna happen.
I'm
Oh,
curious.
well, that's not the right attitude, sir. I think something amazing is going to happen, and I'm looking forward to it tremendously.
I'll be like,
Okay, just use that energy for our next song.
all right. Yeah. I'll continue.
All right. I am
yeah,
going to go up to my room and get some rest. Gus, good to see you again. Usual room. How many coins do you need? This many coins? There you go. All right. And I will see you guys in the morning. And he heads up to the stairs.
As soon as he's out of sight, I want to address the other two. If he has so much money, why is he staying here in this place?
I wouldn't want to be anywhere close to me. That's a great question.
See?
There's something really strange about that guy, if I'm being really honest. It's kind of a foggy memory. I'm not sure if I got hit in the head at some point, but I think he paid my mom for some work, and he was much more generous back then. He seems to have no real concept of money. Maybe he's like a demon in like somebody's skin. No? Okay.
I'll just say,
Just an idea.
Yeah, in the underground music scene, we call them posers. They pretend to be into the music, but they're just doing it to be in the scene, man. That's what he's doing. He's being in the scene.
So, how loudly are you talking? Like, would you
Not
say
loudly.
the other people in the inn could hear you?
I tried not to. Holy hush hush.
I don't think I have a very good inside voice.
That sounds accurate. Though.
yeah, probably not speaking too covertly myself either.
That's hard for the course.
All right, so Gus over in the corner just kind of shakes his head and laughs. He's like, "That's just Derek for you."
Okay.
Her.
What can you tell us about him, Gus?
Well, let's see. I mean, Derek's an interesting character. He is kind of the I don't know, what would you call it? Just the screw up of the Woodmere family. Is always getting into trouble just because he's just not all there. Really, it's just overly optimistic, just biting off more than he can chew, and just get into weird situations. So that's why he has to stay here. Because they kind of barred him from the Wayward Inn. I mean, it doesn't help, right? That his family has a long-standing feud with the Greymares, who kind of own this town. So yeah, that's just, I don't know, that's just the way it is. I mean, but he's got money, so you do a job for him, you should get paid well.
See, you guys, he's good for it. We're gonna get rich off of this guy. Maybe he can sponsor the band.
I wish I had your level of confidence, Narvis. You really seem like you know what's going on. Aren't you worried something bad's gonna happen?
So know what's going on. I'm a salt of the earth kind of verbally, don't you see? I'm able to make it in the sewers. I'm able to make it anywhere.
The literal underground.
That's right. Now let's party and finish this second set.
Perhaps, given the departure time, maybe we should call it early, and we shouldn't have a second set tonight.
The other patrons are very sad to hear that. They're like, no, man, you gotta play again. Get back up on the stage.
Now, this is the point where I go ahead and whisper, and I say to Amethea, "It's like,
oh, I see what you're doing. Good idea. Always leave him wanting more."
and so yeah, I'll agree to call it an early night.
All right. If you want to tactfully extricate yourself from playing more music with such a rabid fan base that you've built so far, I'm going to need another influence check.
Okay.
I have faith in you.
Okay.
You've got this.
I'll give it a shot. But I kind of have to give it a shot because I always want to do encore.
Sure.
So I'm not gonna use any more. Hold on, I used weird trick already. Let me flip that over.
Well, I kind of feel like this would be an opportunity for me to like rush up the stage to like try and put away our equipment, and I could use my employee card, which gives me a -1 on the check here.
Yeah, I delegate the breaking the bad news.
All right, so you're going to put up the equipment without breaking it. That's the check that you're making here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like rush up the stage. I'm sorry, everybody. It's unfortunately the tritones have finished for the night. We don't have any more. We just be playing the same songs. You're probably tired of hearing those and like clumsily like gathering cables and trying to put things into cases and whatnot.
All right. So yeah, make a finesse check then.
Okay. And then I'm going to use this employee card to give myself a minus. I'm going to give it to John as my employer. So now you can later use this for a +3 at some point, and then you give it back to me.
Oh, cool.
All right. So it's a 1 mob +1. So it's a 2.
All right. Yeah, so you are attempting to kind of put the equipment away and just getting it all in a tangled mess. You fall over at one point and shatter some of Amethy's crystals,
Oh no.
which, you know,
Guys, I don't think
Might
we
not
can play
appreciate.
in F sharp anymore.
and you're just making like a terrible dissonant racket as you do that, and the customers are kind of becoming more upset at the lack of good music coming from the stage.
Sorry. Well, oh, yeah, sorry about that. No, but oh, silly me. Oh, I like put everything away.
All right, so now influence check from Narvis
All right.
to
Here we go.
get off the stage without
Okay.
a riot.
Cool.
Gonna
And
get the right-
I'm using the employee +3, right?
If you
can
want,
use it
or you can
at any
save it
point.
for later.
You can save it.
I kind
Yes.
of want to save it for later because that's kind of huge. I feel like
That's a big bonus, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it just a normal drop.
Oh,
Okay.
all
Some
right.
good draws today, though.
Hey,
That's an 8.
I'm on fire.
Yeah, you're certainly on fire there. Yeah, despite Llewellyn's bumbling, yeah, you kind of put on a bit of the charm and yeah, just adopting the philosophy of making sure that they always want more. You just kind of give them
Try to give out some tour dates.
yeah, just tell them where you can find
Yeah,
them, find you next, and
Mhm.
yeah, maybe hand out a few stickers so
Yes,
they
some
remember
merch.
you.
Some
And,
merch to soothe the masses.
They're
Throw some
Yeah,
t-shirts out.
not quite upset enough to like stop you from going up to your rooms.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right.
All right, so yeah, you're gonna call it a night there.
I think so.
Anything else? Yeah, you want to do this evening before you go to sleep?
Is there any chance I can sneak out and just investigate the wagon?
Oh yeah, sure.
Ooh, good idea.
Okay. Yeah, I think that sounds like a good plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, the only information you've received thus far is that it's a single wagon. So it's not a lot to go off of, but you can certainly try. Are you going to go out on your own?
I think so. And use the
Okay.
loner buff.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you can, you just walk out the front door. I mean, nobody's keeping track of where you are or what you're doing. Derek's up in his room, so he's not going to interfere at all.
Just want to see what wagon might have a large thing in it.
All right.
Out of the single wagons here.
Sure. So you exit the signpost, which is the inn, and you know the main staging area for most of the wagons and caravans is kind of on the south central end of town. So kind of like directly south of the big wayward inn. and you're on the west side, so you're basically going to travel to the southeast to get there. Yeah, you kind of head in that direction. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing stopping you from doing so. So after a short walk, you arrive at the staging area. A lot of caravan guards, if they're, well, let's see here. No, I take that back. Yeah, it's pretty deserted at this time of night. You still do have like a couple wagons that are coming in late. It's about let's say like 10 in the evening right now. And so yeah, people have mostly like set up shop for the night and dispersed. But you do have like, let's say one caravan group that's still kind of putting the blocks under the wheels and that sort of stuff, just kind of preparing for the night because they came in late. And at the time, there are probably, I'd say, like four. Well, let's see. So probably about like 15 wagons, all told, in this area, that have been, decoupled from their horses, and are just kind of like sitting in this big open field. And yeah, so where do you want to go from here?
Do any of them look in particular like they've got a larger thing in them rather than like, maybe just casually, inconspicuously look and try to scope out the wagons and see if one of them has a particular large thing as opposed to like just a crap ton of crates or other things, barrels and other things being transported.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, mostly the wagons are covered. So you would have to kind of like sneak around and
I'll get a little close. Yeah.
All right. Are you going to try to?
Yeah. We're gonna do it.
Like be invisible, I guess. Like you could use your skill here, right?
Yeah,
probably the easiest thing to do.
The end of the shadows, yeah, for an hour.
Yeah, that should be plenty of time. So, yeah, you can use Into the Shadows, which requires you to discard one of your.
So just pick a card at random.
Yeah, just the top card. Just move to the discard pile.
Okay.
And that will give you plenty of cover to kind of sneak around and look inside the various wagons without anybody really noticing you. So you, after some reconnaissance, I am also going to have you make a focus check because it is pretty dark here. So, you'll need some keen eyes to kind of find what you're looking for.
All right, I'm gonna flip meditative for +3 focus.
Sure.
So that'll be 3. My focus is 2, 5 plus 6, 11.
Oh,
wow,
nice. All right.
That's spicy.
Yeah, so you can see pretty well in the dark. Your eyes adjust quickly to the night illumination, and you kind of sneak around all the different wagons, kind of looking in. You find 2 wagons that kind of have just kind of like a single large object in them, but you notice that one of the wagons seems to be part of a larger group of wagons, whereas one is kind of set off a bit of a ways off from any of the other wagons. So you intuit that's probably the one you're looking for, as it is by itself.
I want to know what's in it.
What you see inside looks to be just like a large safe, as best as you can tell. Like it's a very like large cube of metal with a door on the front of it, with kind of one of those spinny safe things.
That doesn't seem like something I'm going to be breaking into. So, anything else that looks anything particular about it, or just a giant safe?
Yeah, I mean, other than that, the wagon seems pretty empty. Seems like a pretty standard wagon, like nothing too fancy. Just 4 wheels, cover, and harness up front. Looks like 2 horses. Actually, yeah, 2 horses.
I want to knock on the safe just for fun, just very gently.
All right, so you like climb up into the wagon
Yes.
and knock on the safe. Sure. So yeah, very very gently. You give it a little tap, and yeah, I mean it sounds like metal. Hollow metal. I mean nothing. I don't know. Nothing jumps out to you as strange about the sound of the tap.
I hear
there's,
something.
there's definitely something in it.
There's cats in the safe.
An alley cat appears.
why is
Cat
that?
out of there, what are you doing?
Spartacus. Yeah. I don't think he likes the barrier. Okay. Well, I was actually just like, man, if there's someone inside here, that would be crazy. So knock knock. Okay, no response.
Yeah, no response.
I don't think I want to break into a safe, but at least we kind of have an idea. So while I'm still invisible, I at least want to just try to see if I can get out without anyone seeing me. I'd like to see if I can at least report preliminary, less risky. I feel like any further actions might risk this whole thing. So I'm going to just report back to my 2 friends, Narvis and Llewellyn.
All right. Can I have you make a finesse check?
Absolutely.
I know you're
That's
invisible, but I just
Yeah, of
information for
course.
the future.
Yeah. 3 plus 6.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. No, I mean you make it back
All right.
without any incidents.
So, without elaborating further, I'm just going to find Narvis and just go up to him. It's a giant safe. And it's giant, human-sized safe.
Yeah, I guess I'd give you the size. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it basically like takes up the entire wagon. So it's about, I would say, maybe like 4 feet on the side.
it's a very
Yeah,
large
we'll go
safe.
with, we'll go
You
with
could
4
walk
feet.
in it.
Yeah.
Just my size.
Don't get ideas.
Yeah, I was getting ideas. You see, yeah, you see.
Sleeping in a metal safe would be so metal.
It would be so metal.
It'd be like a metal coffin, but a safe.
No. So yeah, I'll respond with something to that effect. Plus, I'm gonna say, yeah. I just wonder out loud.
Ooh, what could be in there? Could it be treasure? Maybe we should have asked for more.
Well, whatever it is heavily locked down.
Okay, I guess we better be extra careful in this trip.
I
I got a bad feeling about this.
Oh. The optimist has a bad feeling.
Yeah,
that's a bad sign.
that's no good.
But Amathea, I think, has had enough with the excursion and wants to meditate once more.
All right. Anything else we want to do before we call it a night?
Yeah, I say let's go for it.
All right, so yeah, at this point we'll do a full rest. Get a good 8 hours of sleep. So when that happens, you get to. First of all, you can reset all your background cards. I would say that you can keep Adrian's employee card if you want, or you can give it back to him. And then you're also going to recover all your ability cards. So any cards that you had lost or discarded would get to go back into your stamina pile. And you'd also have the chance to swap out any cards from your stamina pile that you want, right? Because when you're creating your character, you have more cards than you can actually use, and so anytime that you rest, you can kind of build your deck from your larger pool of cards that consists of like all your level 1s, all your level X cards, and all your ancestry cards. So if you want to do a little deck building at this point, you can do so, or you can just stick to the cards that you kind of picked when you.
Yeah, I'll stick to the cards that I had. Adrian, did you want that employee card back?
It's not even useful. I mean, it's really designed to be given away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, like, in order to give it away, you have to like have a credit check for
take a hit.
yourself. So
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to keep it until you use it.
Right.
I will do that then.
Of course, it would be just my luck to give it back to me. So that makes sense.
Yeah, dude.
And then also during a full rest, you can go up to full hit points if you take any damage, and recover any spent items that you used.
Does our modifier deck get reset at all, or just?
Yeah, let's also reset your modifier decks. That makes sense to do at this point.
What about
So you can
curses that
grab
have been
them all.
added?
Yeah, we still have to remove any curses after a rest as well. So yeah, I'll find that one in John's pile and take it out.
See, there were no consequences for my actions.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. So you all wake up, somewhere between 8 and 9, some closer to 9, if you had a lot to drink. But by 9 o'clock, you're all downstairs back in the tavern area of the Signpost Inn, waiting around for Derek to show up. And you wait until 9:10, 9:15. He still hasn't arrived. Like, keep waiting.
Where is he? He said 9.
Wait till 9:30. Derek still isn't here. Thinking, I don't know, maybe something went wrong.
Yeah, I want to say Narvis is not very patient, so
Okay.
we might go and try and knock on his room door, just to kind of wake him up and tell him that we're waiting for him.
Sure, yeah, that's an easy thing.
Wait is not
You
cool.
can do. Gus directs you to his room. He says, "Yeah, it's number 2 upstairs." So you quickly go up the stairs and knock on the door, and you don't hear any response.
We don't hear a response?
Right.
I don't feel good about this.
So if you remember, he said last night that he was going to wake up early, do some prep work at the wagon, and then come back and get you.
I know where the wagon is. He might be there.
Oh. Yeah, let's go check the wagon.
Follow me.
Yeah, he's probably waiting for us. Whoopsie.
All right.
Yeah.
So you head in the direction of the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Again, like the very little incidents, nothing out of the ordinary as you walk over to the wagon and you remember exactly where it is. You head over there, and when you arrive, there is no wagon there anymore. But there is a Derek. And he seems to just be pacing back and forth in the place where there was a wagon, and he looks very exasperated.
Yeah, I guess we'll walk up to him and say like,
Dude, what's going on? You said you'd meet us inside.
He whirls on you as you approach and speak, and gets immediately angry. It's like, what did you guys do? Where's my wagon? Did you steal my wagon? I can't find my wagon anywhere. It was right here. It was right here last night, and now it's not here anymore. What did you do with it?
I was gonna put my hands up to try to, diffuse the situation. I'm gonna be like,
Yo, dude, chill out. You're harshing my mellow. I just woke up.
and I'm gonna say,
We didn't do anything. Where did you put your wagon? It's not our fault. You misplaced your wagon.
All right, make an influence check.
oh, okay. I just want to do a straight roll. See what happens. What can go wrong? I got a +3.
Hey, on fire.
Still got it, you guys. Still got it.
All right, you're placating him. Seems to calm him down a little bit. He kind of shakes his head and it's like, yeah, okay, fine. I guess that doesn't make any sense that you would steal my wagon. You were going to help me guard it, but still, I don't know where the wagon is. We can't leave without the wagon. Oh my gosh, I lost the wagon. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. You have to help me find the wagon.
Yeah, I'll say like,
We can help. Just chill out, dude. But it's going to cost you an
It's
an extra charge, man.
Oh, sure. Yes, if you can help me find a wagon, yes, I'll give you. What do you need? Another 10 gold?
well, I'll turn to you guys and kind of raise an eyebrow to see what do you guys think.
I'm just gonna like shake my head enthusiastically.
Or it's more.
10 gold per person, right? We're talking about per person?
Sure. Yes. Just help me find my wagon. You don't understand. This is very important. I needed to get this wagon to Gloomhaven, and I can't get the wagon to Gloomhaven if I don't have a wagon. So please help me.
Derek, you didn't like accidentally hire someone else to do this job, did you? You seemed like you really wanted this job done. Yet, did you just like ask a bunch of people and someone else already did it?
No, of course not. I mean, no, I did not do that. Let me think. No, I didn't do that. So, the wagon should definitely be here. Anybody I have hired would definitely have not gone without me, or my mules. I've got 2 mules, and you kind of just notice for the first time that there are kind of 2 mules sitting off to the side, without a wagon attached.
So they
to them.
took the wagon without mule.
Were the
I'm sorry, they are donkeys, not mules.
Were the donkeys attached to it yesterday when?
No, they were staying at the stable. I boarded them up at the stable. We left the wagon here. There's and then it's not there anymore. I don't know what's going on.
Was it secured? Did you have a way to lock the wagon so that nobody, or did you think someone just might have like tried to steal it?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't have any extra locks on it or anything. It's typically not what's done here in Wayward. I mean, I don't know of any other incidents in the past where wagons have been stolen so brazenly.
That's rough, man.
I agree. It's very rough. It's very important.
Yeah, Narvis is like massaging his temples because like he's still a little bit hungover from yesterday. He's like,
Okay. Just chill. Like, do you have any enemies? Like, do you know who could have done this? Any clues you could give us before we start?
Or who knew what was in it?
Yeah, who else knew what was in here?
Oh, I mean, I think only my sister actually knew what was in the safe. Yeah, so I don't think anybody would have targeted anything, and I've been very discreet here. I don't think anybody suspected anything of importance was happening with this wagon. So I can't think of anybody who would want to steal it. It's just little old me, just Derek going to Gloomhaven with a wagon, and nothing at all out of the ordinary.
I'm gonna look on the ground to see if I can find obvious wagon tracks where it might have either rolled away on its own or someone might have carted it off.
Sure, yeah, make a focus check.
Rolled away on its own would be very Llewellyn.
That is a 7.
All right. Yeah, so it is very strange. You look where the wagon was, and you definitely see like imprints in the grass where it was, but there don't seem to be any tracks like leading away. Like you can see the tracks coming in, right? And then it has stopped for a time, and then it's just not there anymore. There doesn't seem to be any tracks leading away, as I said.
I'm just gonna be like, put my hand out. Like it's not like invisible or something, is it?
You feel the space where the wagon should be, and it doesn't feel like there is anything there.
Just kind of like stooping down and get up, and I'm like, well, this is gonna sound real strange, but it looks like the wagon just like floated up and away or was teleported away. Like it doesn't look like it traveled anywhere on the ground. We would see the track, wouldn't we?
Unless it doubled back across the track.
But even if we doubled back, you'd see it like a circular pattern, right?
That's true.
There's just like the marks in the ground, and then poof.
Well, that is something. Yes, how is it stolen? Why does this always happen to me every single time something bad?
Always?
This is not the first time.
Well, I just mean I've had such terrible luck in most of my
I'm
adventures.
sorry. I knew we shouldn't have taken this job. Oh, this is all my fault. I'm sorry, Derek.
Well, it's not your fault. Other people have bad luck too, not just you.
Wait, so you did steal my wagon? Why is it your fault?
No, it's just when people around me, bad things happen. I don't want it to happen, but it just does. You're just
He's just superstitious. He's just superstitious. Don't listen to him.
You didn't do it.
Let's go ask your sister. She knew about it.
Oh, my sister is all the way back at White Oak at the moment. We can't exactly ask her.
Yeah.
Also, I'd really like my sister to not find out about this. If we could just find the wagon and get it to Gloomhaven, that would be the ideal situation.
Of course. Do we think that perhaps the entrance at the inn was a bit loud and that other people heard about this? Perhaps some people at the inn might be aware.
Oh, back at the signposts? Well, I guess there were those other two mercenaries there, but I mean, they seem like nice folk. And Gus, of course, he would never do anything untoward. He's a very upstanding gentleman.
Of course, Gus would never do that.
Is there a way you can magically track your wagon or something? Or is there something distinctive we can use to identify it or find it?
Well, I there's no magic involved. I mean, I can recognize my wagon if I see it. But it was a pretty nondescript wagon, very very discreet for these purposes.
I say we ask Gus, see if he saw anything. Otherwise, just kind of start looking at wagons around town, because this is mostly like just like a pit stop town kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or at least asking people.
All right, I'll go ahead and start.
This is a good start. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll let him know. So maybe you should report this to the guards or something, so that they, in case something like this randomly has been reported, like a wagon found somewhere that somebody saw something. I don't know.
Sure. Yes. The guards. I'm not sure they. I don't think they like me very much. But maybe you can inform the guards. And I'll just continue looking for my wagon. I guess. You think it could be somewhere else? In town or something? I don't know where else you would store a wagon.
I'll say, yeah.
We're not going to get in trouble if we report it missing, right? And the guards find it. Are we?
No, of course not. Yeah, they're just the guards are paid by the gray mares, and so they have less reason to be happy with me. They do everything they can to just kick me while I'm down, so to speak.
Well, so maybe that's something we should look into, because for something to have disappeared like that so mysteriously in broad light or dark, I don't know.
Dark light.
It unless this is some kind of random robbery, this seems like it was targeted, and this seems way too sophisticated to be random, since it looks like it was just lifted off the ground or, again, transported without being rolled on the ground.
I concur.
You have to find someone that probably has the means and the motive to do something like this. And if you think these gray mares have it out for you, maybe that's where we should look first.
Oh, well, that is an idea. I don't know how they would have known, but I guess there's always a chance. But yes, I don't know. We're kind of on their turf. I don't want to kick a hornet's nest, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to look around in that regard, by all means. I mean, I don't have any other ideas. Let's see. But yes, I think we should ask around as well, just in general, see if anybody saw anything that could potentially lead to some more information.
Do we know if there's just like one gray mirror compound, or do they have like multiple properties kind of thing?
Yeah, so I mean the Gray Mares kind of run the Wayward Inn in town, which is kind of like the big compound. But they also have an estate to the north of town, kind of outside of town. It's a big palatial thing where they kind of keep residents as well.
Okay. I think that's a good clue maybe to follow. But I say we start with Gus and start branching out from there.
I will offer to go and investigate at Greymare HQ. Not necessarily even asking around, just like poking around visually, just to see if, like, oh, that looks like a strangely wagon-shaped thing being covered by a tarp in the middle of a yard.
Sure. So you're just going to kind of look around, looking for wagon-shaped objects.
Probably best if I don't go with you to ask us. I don't think I did a great job cleaning up last night. I'll catch up with you in a bit.
Okay, fine.
All right, and Amathea, or what do you want to do?
I like the concept of. I feel like Gus is a good start.
All right. Sure. Yeah. So we can. Yeah. So you guys go back to the signposts, and Gus is just opening up for the day, just kind of polishing the tables, starting to cook some breakfast in a big pot behind the counter. So yeah, he's got like pot boiling away as he kind of is wiping down some tables up in front.
Okay.
Just kind of looks up and nods as you walk in.
Okay. I guess I'll start by just kind of being kind of chummy with him. I'll be like, "Gosh, dude, bro, long time no see. We
Yeah,
rocked
man,
it
what's
yesterday,
up?"
right?"
Yeah, that was a great show yesterday. Too bad you had to head to bed early.
Yeah, gotta leave him wanting more, you know.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'll ask him about.
Hey, so Derek stayed here yesterday. Did he had a wagon? Did you guys hear anything weird last night? You see anyone suspicious?
I'm not that I remember. I mean, Amethyst kind of took off at one point, right? And
I'm
came
not
back,
suspicious.
but yeah, I mean, we're pretty far from where he stored his wagon, so I mean, we didn't hear anything. Out here, let's see. Yeah, I mean, Derek got up. It was probably around like 8, and took off. Haven't seen him since. I think the only other 2 people who are in here, I think they're probably still sleeping it off upstairs, as far as I know. Yeah, I don't know. You asked. You say a wagon disappeared?
Yeah, just up and disappeared, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'd ask maybe some of the guards, maybe some people who are maybe around that area in the evening, see if they see anything. Because yeah, I didn't see anything.
Maybe that's the strategy.
Yeah, anyone that looked suspicious yesterday, maybe not a regular that you think we can ask?
I mean, you can ask the 2 other guys that were here. I mean, they might still be asleep upstairs, but I mean, that's all that was around this place last night.
What do you think, Amethyst? Should we ask them?
I think it's a good start.
All right, I'll just start kind of shuffling my way up to their place.
All right, yeah, they are staying in room 5.
All right.
I'll follow.
All right, so you knocking on the door?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you knock on the door. You hear some coughing, a little bit of crashing coming from inside the room, and eventually the door opens up, and a very perturbed, human opens the door. Looks like he's just got big bags under his eyes, and just looks like he's got a really bad headache right now, and does not want to see you or anything really. What do you need?
So I have like 2 pieces of paper with my autograph on it prepared. And I'll just say like, "Hey guys, it's us. I saw you guys enjoyed the show a lot, so I thought I'd bring you some autographs. Hold on to them; they might be worth a lot later on."
Oh, just can you talk quieter? Your show is great, but okay. Thank you for the autographs.
It's not them.
Can I go back to sleep now?
Yeah, and so I'll try to power through that and say like,
Well, we had a wagon out there yesterday, and it's not there anymore. Do you wouldn't happen to know anything that happened to it, would you?
A wagon? No, man. I've been drinking, and then sleeping. That's all. And Barney back there, yeah, he's in the same boat. We just been drinking and sleeping.
Drinking and sleeping. Pretty cool, bro. Okay.
I'm gonna go now.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. Like,
Hold on to those
close-
autographs.
That's sure. Yeah, closes the door.
All right. All right. I feel like that was a dead end. So yeah, I'll turn to Amethea. What do you think we should do? Catch up with Ellen?
Well, yes. It's. I think the leads have taken us towards the area where the wagon was, and who was on duty there. We
Okay.
should head over.
Before we do that, while the gentleman just opened the door, was I able to kind of look inside and see if there was anything in there that looked maybe outside of normal?
You can make a focus check.
Okay. I have a 0 focus check, so I'm just going to go the straight
Not very
wildfire.
focused.
Uh-huh. I was more focused on the autographs potentially. We'll see.
Pretty solid.
Okay. It's
All right.
a 5.
I mean, the room, as you saw it, was pretty disheveled, and definitely smelled of alcohol in there. But other than that, like there didn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. There wasn't.
There
wagon
wasn't a
in there
giant safe sitting in the center.
or a
Yeah,
safe.
like
No.
assassin knives or anything laying around.
But, they're mercenaries. There were some weapons in there.
Okay. All right. I am satisfied. And yeah, I guess we'll just start making our way to
Yep.
All right, Llewellyn, are you trying to be like sneaky at all, or are you just kind of wandering around, taking it in?
I'm actually trying to be not sneaky because
Yeah.
I don't want to look like I'm trying to be sneaky.
Right, yeah, you're just trying to nonchalant
Yep.
around. And you were headed up to like the residence up in the north part of town, or were
Yes.
you looking at the Wayward Inn? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you just kind of wander north, just kind of taking it all in. First, make a focus check. See if you notice anything out of the ordinary, kind of on your walk north.
That is a 8.
So yeah, your eyes are pretty well peeled. You definitely see anything wagon shaped if you saw it, if it was around. You get farther north, kind of like leaving the town proper, and you're just nonchalantly looking like you're, I don't know, out for a walk, out for a nice morning stroll. And as you approach the Greymare residence, why don't you make an influence check to see how well you can kind of keep that facade going.
Oh boy.
Oh, not your strong suit.
I would like to use demonic pact here
Okay.
to make this check a crit success.
All right.
Which ability do I just pick up one to lose out of my pile here?
Yeah, when a skill causes you to lose a card, it's just going to be the top one of the deck. But like in Gloomhaven, whenever you lose a random card and want to keep the card that you lost, you can do a mulligan where you take a point of damage and lose a different card instead.
Okay. Guess we're losing Race to the Grave. So be it.
All right. I don't know. Talk to me a little bit about how that works. How are you sort of channeling your demonic energy to look nonchalant in your stroll?
Oh man, I'm having a hard time putting this one together. Uh, um,
Makes you more charismatic. It glows you up.
I feel like I'm sticking out like a sore thumb. And as casual as I'm trying to be, I'm just like, they know, they all know, they can see, they see right through me. And I'm like, gee, I would do just about anything if I could make sure that they don't notice me this time.
Okay.
And somehow that calls out to whatever dark entity that I may have made a pact with at some point.
All right.
Makes it
Yeah.
look like an absolute Chad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, as you're walking,
Strutting.
you come across very much as like just the gardener, and you're able to just kind of walk around the premises and no one bothers you. Few people like look at you and then just kind of nod and smile.
I'm doing the Spider-Man 3 walk and dance.
The Bee Gees, like, staying alive.
Like giving people finger guns, like
Yeah.
High-fiving random people.
Got my hair down over my face.
Yeah.
yeah, whatever it is, like it, maybe just like look like somebody who's supposed to be there, like somebody who's had the day off or something, and it's just whatever coincidence is on your side, you're rocking it. So you're able to get a solid look at like the whole premises, and unfortunately you're unable to find anything that's could be of help. You don't see a wagon. It's the best of your knowledge. Like you're unable to find a giant safe. You do find. I mean, you do find a couple wagons like in the back, in the garage, but they're very clearly like not the wagon you're looking for. They're like more ostentatious, and they've got like gray mare symbology kind of etched along the side of them. So it's very clear that these are not the wagons you're looking for. So what do you do now?
Just gonna continue strutting my way away. Well, that wasn't it.
All right, so you just under the cover of the cool guy, you just stroll your way right out of there. And no one
I
is
feel
the
my
wiser.
confidence melting away as I get away. I'm like, I don't know what happened there. I don't know how that worked.
You look kind of like you were like blacked out for part of it.
the demon took over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So what's next for everybody?
Assuming we all meet up together after Adrian's little escapade here. Did you want to say something?
I think once we back up together, I think a good guidance is to say something like, I think we should see who was on duty and see if anyone noticed anything peculiar. We've went to all the people that could possibly be involved. Perhaps it's someone we don't know.
Yeah, if the gray mares did it, they're being a lot more covert about it. I didn't see anything.
Okay. So ask the guards kind of thing. Go to the guards.
Sure.
Next.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm sure we have some fans. We have some fans in the guards, amongst the guards.
Yeah. So you ask around, and maybe let's do whoever wants to can do a knowledge check, and this can also be aided if you want by anybody. Is you kind of like ask around, trying to figure out kind of who was on duty that evening and like who would be the best person to talk to to as somebody who might have seen something.
I got a 1 knowledge.
I have a 2. I've got the best knowledge. I should probably do it.
Probably more focused on handing out stickers.
Come see our ask a question. You're like, and come see our band.
Yeah, handing out flyers for our band.
Excuse me, can you tell me anything about who might have been on? Is there like a posted list of guards and when they were posted and where? I'm trying to find something that somebody might have seen. I will make a knowledge check here. Oh, that's not great. That's a 1.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're not having much luck with the guards. I think, maybe it got around town that you're working with Derek, and they're kind of giving you the cold shoulder. One thing you do remember, right, is that Amathea did see a group of people who were parking the caravans late that night when she went out. And I think maybe they might be a good group to talk to, or at least point you in the right direction from there. And so you are able to get some information about them. They are currently staying at the Wayward Inn, and they are working for somebody. Sorry, I can't think of a name right now. But anyway, you kind of you get you get the name of the company that they're working for, and are able to kind of throw that around at the Wayward Inn to kind of get a meeting with them. And they're just kind of waking up for the day as well. So yeah, you kind of sit down with them at the Wayward Inn, without Derek, because Derek's not allowed inside.
Of course.
And can kind of ask them about last night. Let's see. So sorry. In the interest of kind of moving this along, we'll let's see. So they nod and are like, we got in late last night, and trying to think if we saw anything out of the ordinary. There was I could have sworn somebody was walking around, but we didn't see anybody. But just we heard footsteps. When we turned around, there was nobody there. It's kind of weird. That was a bit suspicious. And then maybe a little later, there was also what was it? Was it a little bit like a flapping noise, like a leathery wing sort of noise. We heard a little bit of as we were heading off to the inn. And that was a bit weird too. But I think I can't think of anything else.
Was it like a bat flapping or like bird flapping?
I couldn't really say the difference. It was like a sort of noise.
I have this idea that biting the head off of a bat in the middle of a concert would be so cool.
That wouldn't be very healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bats have a lot of diseases, I think.
That's what makes it more metal, though.
Do we know if there's any
Did it sound like big wings? Was it
or giant wings or big wings or small wings?
It was just a noise that I heard. I couldn't tell you what it was. It was just caught my attention a little bit, but not enough to I don't know, see what it was making it. We just kind of were like, oh, that's weird, and then we went to the end.
Hmm. Still, what has giant? What if it was like a big flying drake?
Yeah.
But that would. But there were also footsteps, right? Like quiet or.
There are definitely no footsteps.
We don't talk about those.
Okay.
Not this. Not this.
Guess not.
Okay, so giant flying thing. Maybe.
Giant flying. I think that's our best lead, though.
Mm-hmm.
How do you track something?
Maybe why there's no tracks.
But it could have scooped it up.
Yeah, but how do we track it now?
Well, we do have the Graymere Estate just outside of town. That's the only other lead I could think of.
Yeah, but I went there and nothing was really there.
Oh, okay.
So just as you're talking, Derek, so this is kind of a larger establishment. Let me just kind of set up some tables. And let's see, the door would be.
Wait, Derek's here?
Well, Derek like bursts into the wayward inn.
Oh no.
Uh,
What's in here?
So the door is right here, and there are guards at the door. And Derek bursts in, and they do not look at all pleased to see him burst in. He's waving something in his hand. It looks kind of red, but you can't really see what it is. He's like, "Oh, mercenaries, mercenaries, please! I think I found something." But the guards at the door kind of grab him by the shoulders and be like, "You need to leave right now, or things are going to get messy."
Yeah.
He's like, "I need to get to my friends, please." And they like kind of slap him a bit, like, "Get out of here."
I said that I'll speak up and like never want to kind of miss an opportunity to advertise. I'll say like we're not just mercenaries, we're the Tritones, okay, everybody, just so that everybody knows. He's referring to us, the Tritones, and when we rock hard. Everybody wears 2 pairs of socks to our concerts.
I'm gonna make my way over to even if he's being let outside, I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah.
We'll let them kick him out and just follow out.
All right. So the guards forcibly remove Derek from the premises, and you follow him. And that is where we're going to end it for now. So we'll have to tune in next time to see what Derek has found and where that will lead everyone next.
Derek.
Sounds good. Awesome.
Thank you.
So yeah, that was a little bit of adventuring from us today. And we're gonna pick this up next time. Probably we're trying to do these once a week. So next week you can tune back in to see where we go to next. And thank you so much again for watching, and thanks to John, Alice, and Adrian for playing with me and just having a great time with the RPG. Does anybody else have anything to say? I don't know. Alice, do you want to tell people where they can find you?
Just Rage Badger on YouTube. Just find it. We're going to be doing a lot of Gloomhaven 2nd Edition and RPG, and of course Frosthaven coverage. So that's largely where I am.
And I don't know if there's any self-promotion for Adrian or John, but promote your band or whatever you want to do.
No, I won't. I'm only a shameless plugger inside the game.
Okay.
You can find me at you can't.
At nowhere.com.
All right. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us this time then. And I'll see you all next week.